Like a vampire, I don't need to know you. Come with me, I'll show you. You can find me backstage, I'm a party with a Nicolas Cage. Girl, I want the body, you know you got a body like Nicolas Cage. You ain't gotta be scared, you ain't gotta be afraid, baby. It's just you and me alone tonight with Nicolas Cage.
Guys, we did it. We finally watched National Treasure, starring our Lord, Nicolas Cage. It's happened. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling really inspired. I'm really glad to see that history is being retold, and it's really good in these trying times to understand that history holds value.
Do you think there's a possibility that there may be a hidden treasure out there for us, saved for us by the Masons and the Knights Templar?
I do, and I think that's why we're here doing this podcast, is in order to find that hidden treasure, because it's out there.
Yeah.
We just have to keep working through until we find it.
Such insightful words, Cagefighter Steve. I'm Cagefighter Reece. We're also here with Cagefighter Sean. I think he's just so stupefied after having finally finished National Treasure that there are no words.
I was just thinking about what national document that we would like to steal on behalf of the Cage Fighters and the Cageverse.
I can only imagine which...
Maybe the Bill of Rights.
The Bill of Rights. No, I haven't seen any subsequent National Treasure movie. I don't even know how many sequels there are. 1, 14, I don't know, but I would assume that's next on the list. Or the Constitution.
I'm just going to assume that all of the Uncharted games are actually spin-offs of this film.
Hey, it was nice to finally see a Tomb Raider that didn't have chicks in it. Well, there was one, I guess, technically. But did she count? She just wouldn't shut up.
I guess they could have given Nick a push-up bra.
She was asked to.
So yeah, we just watched National Treasure, and we're going to talk about it. But first, if you don't already know, this is Late Night Cage Fight. We are going through every Nicolas Cage film in existence and doing our best to review them and battle over them and place them in their proper rank in the B-Cage Hall of Fame. We've been doing this for years now. We've got over 6,000 downloads now. We're just so proud of that. Find us on YouTube. You're listening, I'm sure, on one of your favorite podcast networks. And we just love doing this. And, let me talk about the newest thing we got going. Because as you know, this is all voluntary or voluntold, if you ask Cagefighter Steve. And it's totally ad-free. If you'd like to support us, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/late night cage fight and send us some dough. A little bit, a lot, whatever you think helps.
Yeah, for real. I need coffee.
We need coffee.
That's how I live.
Yeah. I had a lot this morning. I've got a little sake right now, actually. I got to take the edge off.
I mean,
that.
I'm 6 hours ahead of you and I'm still drinking coffee, so
wow.
That's probably not a good sign.
Probably not.
I probably need another one, if I'm being honest.
But yeah, guys, this is the last movie of the season. Correct? National Treasure was like the icing on the cake after a whole litany of amazing films. We've seen Matchstick Men, Adaptation. What were some of the others? Wind Talkers. A lot of Nic Cage hits, and what a way to round out the season.
I mean, we're at this would make 10 films for this season, so I would say the only reason that we're not done is if we go back and decide to disqualify any of those films for participation. But I think we would have done that by now.
True.
We were gonna do it.
Yeah.
I vote Christmas Carol.
I don't even know if Christmas Carol was counted, because I think we pulled that one out for the Christmas
Yeah.
Cage, but
I'll
double check that.
I just really want to spite that movie in
yeah.
any way that I can.
I just want to find a reason for us to get Sean to watch it again.
Well, I mean, it's coming up.
How many times did I have to watch that movie? Like 3 or 4, because we planned
I'm sorry.
something and then we had to cancel it.
I feel like you said that wrong. How many times did you get to watch that movie?
It's such a privilege.
Yeah, I mean, how many times have you watched Jingle All the Way? You can't.
Countless.
You really can't.
Oh yeah.
Countless.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
But you guys bring up a good point. I think we do need another Cageless or Kitty Cage or something else before the cage fight would be nice to throw in there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So and I'm willing, like, if you wanted to, we talked about finally watching Boonraku, Steve.
That's true.
I'm open to it. Sean?
I'd be down with that.
Okay. I guess no promises at this point, but if we're all feeling good.
Yeah, I mean, we've already promised this.
Yeah,
a number of
I know.
times.
Yeah, there's no point. There's no point.
We'll be like, we're gonna watch Boonraku,
Right.
and the next thing you know, it'll be like,
Yeah, we're in the
fucking
retirement home.
My Little Pony's newest movie or something.
All I'm saying is I'm open to it. Okay? So if you're like, hey, why don't we do Boonraku today? I'd be like, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
That's
be
fine.
like, oh, I'm a little tired.
I'm a little tired. Maybe next month. All right, guys. Well, before we talk about National Treasure, actually, why don't we just kind of catch up? I mean, I took a big trip this month, well, last month and part of this month, back to Ohio, and I saw both of these cool cats, Steve and Sean. Steve, did you appreciate having me at your house and eating your food and cooking for me and all that stuff?
Yeah, I always like to cook for people. That's one of my favorite things to do.
Okay.
It was cool having the kids together too.
Yeah, they played a lot.
Yeah,
That was
my
cool to
oldest
see.
and your youngest seemed to kind of hit it off pretty well. So we might
Yeah.
finally be able to finish
No.
that pact we made when
No.
we were kids. But
No.
we'll see. I mean,
It's great they got along.
yeah, and I'm just saying, what's more important?
They were good friends. Man, your little boy is so cute. I just love
Yeah.
playing with him. It
Yeah,
was a lot of fun. See, I only have girls, so it's new to me.
that's true.
Little
I
boy
was
thing.
not ready for the sass retaliation.
The sass retaliation.
Yeah, because I'm used to the boys, and I can gently haze them or whatever, and
Yeah.
just kind of take it. And I tried that with your oldest, and she was not taking it.
No,
She
no,
had no problem dishing it out, but she
Mhm.
was not ready to take it.
Yeah, but I wasn't ready for all the kung fu and somersaults and stuff.
That's
which
true.
I appreciate.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that. Yeah, we played some board games. Really just hung out and chilled, and it was
Yeah.
cool.
I didn't realize you had a fight club with your children.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And Steve forced me to sleep in the basement,
Yeah.
which was really great.
It was like a nice turn of events, I'm
Right.
usually the one that what was it? I was locked in the basement
That's right.
because I was basically feral.
That's right. The
Something like
legend
that.
of Samurai Steve.
That's right.
Yeah. Look that up if you want a good laugh.
Yeah.
Also, look it up if you want to listen to something that is not completely true.
Yeah. Just don't subscribe. They don't deserve it.
No, don't subscribe. So after I saw Steve and we had our, was it July 4th-ish then? No, it was way before.
It was
When I
the
saw
week
you.
before.
That's right.
Yeah, it was like the start of my shutdown. But yeah, it was the weekend before.
And boy, was it busy in that house with all those kids. Tell you what.
Yeah. But I did get some good stuff done after you left. I finally finished building a bed for the youngest, and
Well, I appreciate you not
Uh,
putting me to work while I was there.
Yeah, I thought about it, but honestly, I was just still tired from.
Well, you knew
work,
that I was in
so-
Marietta with my family, so
Yeah,
I was kind of being
yeah.
put to work
yeah,
already. So.
both physically and emotionally.
Nah, it was a good visit. I
Yeah.
enjoyed coming home. Then I went to Cleveland and stayed with Sean and had another amazing time. We did a hell of a lot, Sean. I didn't expect us
Yeah.
to do that much stuff, but man, he showed me like
Yeah.
all the cool restaurants up there. We went to the Lantern Festival, Asian Lantern Festival at the Cleveland Zoo. That was cool.
Yeah.
Cooler than I thought it was going to be.
Took you to the Buckland Witch Museum. Which
Yes.
is always fun.
I'm wearing the T-shirt right now, as a matter of
Oh,
fact.
nice. And we even got to film a video for one of our sister channels, Let's Play Arcade, that I run. Actually, by the time you're hearing this, that video should be out. It's called Claw Machine Prizes at Round 1 that Nic Cage would love.
I am so stoked for that to come out.
I'm really excited for you to see that because normally my edits on those videos are pretty quick, but I put a lot of extra time into that one in particular, and I think there will be a lot for fans of our podcast to enjoy.
Yeah, let me just say, I remember some of my reactions, so I know that there's going to be some gold in that video. Oh
yeah,
my god.
It turned out pretty good.
But yeah, I appreciate you and Megan showing me a really good time as well.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
So.
And we also watched a movie while you were down. We watched
did.
House.
House.
Which was like
Like that MD show?
1984, I think it was.
Like the what, Steve?
The MD show?
No. Although there were a lot of those jokes happening.
Yeah.
Yes.
Plenty. Yeah.
1985 horror movie directed by Steve Miner.
I mean, it almost warrants its own Cageless. I don't know what the hell I watched. It's unlike any movie I've ever seen. I really can't even describe the story or just like the effects were cool. There were some really cool monster effects, but like I don't know. It was a trip. It was a ride.
And it has what was his name? George Wendt that played Norm in Cheers as the next door neighbor.
Who just passed away in May.
Yeah.
So it was bizarre.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. I feel like he was one of the better actors in that film. Actually, the lead guy was pretty good. It was just such a bizarre script. I started to feel sorry for the guy. Once the like military, his soldier friend's monstrous phantasm showed up, I was like, all right, now I'm starting to understand what this movie is about.
Yeah.
But it was so close to the ending. It's just such a strange film.
I honestly would like to do a Cageless on House 2, which
Okay.
I have heard is just batshit insane.
Yeah, I would love to watch House 2.
Yeah. So
And Steve, you're not familiar with the House movies, right? With your other horror Discord.
No, I honestly, as you're saying it, all I can think of is Hell House, which has just become kind of a
Hell
running
House.
joke for us. Because we always end up watching the Hell House movies whenever one guy takes off. And I think at this point we've seen
not
most
Smart
or all
House?
of them. No.
Smart House classic. I usually watch National Treasure and Smart House in the same sitting.
yeah, they are both on Disney Plus.
It's true.
What's the new version of that I saw on Netflix? Serendipity? No. Serbians?
What?
I don't know. It's like a new version of Smart House.
Oh, I don't know, but I'd watch it.
Yeah, it's got what's her name from Transformers?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Megan
Yeah.
Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what it's called, but I've seen the art for it.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, why don't you go next? Tell us what's happening. What's up? Anything?
Since then, not really.
Have you
I've just
gotten
been
Have you gotten any
connecting some
new?
more.
You what?
Have I gotten any new what?
Have you Have you gotten any new Final Fantasy Magic cards? That's all I care about.
I did actually. I got
Did you?
too many, because I was convinced that there was a Sandoria card. Because there's
Yeah?
a Winders card, so of course there has to be a Sandoria card.
I bet there is.
And after buying too many cards, I never
Uh-huh.
found it, and then looked it up, and I was reminded that there is not a Sandoria card. There is like a Knights of Sandoria card, and it's or something like that.
Okay.
It's totally different than what I was looking for.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Or much more rare. I'm not sure which, but yeah,
That's-
there was an explanation as to why I wasn't getting it.
It's crazy how relatable that is to National Treasure. I'm just imagining you just digging through these archives, trying to look for any hints for the Sandoria card,
Yeah.
only to discover that it doesn't exist. It exists in your heart.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it is. The one that I
Yeah.
thought it was actually just a different card that had artwork of Sandoria.
Okay.
And that's what I had mistaken it for.
Okay. So Sandoria, Windurst, and Bastock, those are the
Blastock.
three. What?
Blastock.
Blastock. Okay.
No.
Those are the three main towns.
Lastok.
Okay. I'm just so like we just lost most of our listeners if I don't explain Final Fantasy XI lore. You understand?
I don't
Those are the three main cities. You and I were technically from Sandoria, so I understand why you'd be looking for that card.
Yeah.
My question is, why is that card different from, say, the Windurst card?
Windurst was just a card that actually got made. That was a land card. And so,
Okay.
because there was a land card called Windurst, I expected there to be a land card called Sandoria. But that does not
Right, I
exist.
would too, but there's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
I see.
And the
So it
whole
just- it
like
seems
concept ran around like towns. So there were a bunch of like towns from various games that got added, like Wadasalon, Midgar, Island Garden,
Okay.
stuff like that.
Yeah. Got it. Okay.
But,
Anything else happening?
Yeah. Working on actually building a deck out of it. I haven't gotten very far because I keep getting distracted. And I don't think I'm building what I
Right.
want yet.
Okay. Well, if you build it,
They
he will come. They
I
will
will
come.
come.
You will. Sean, what's happening in your life?
Not a whole lot. I did go see the new Superman movie though.
I've been wanting to.
It's really good. I think you would enjoy it.
Damn.
It's I never really cared about Superman before.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really make they do the character justice, I think.
Yeah.
They finally something that I think is very refreshing about the movie is that I think in a time where there's a lot of cruelty in our world, they make a character that like wants to do good for the sake of doing good, and it just has a very hopeful message, I think. They even kind of deal with a lot of like the cynicism in our world and just how like, you know, people with good intentions are sometimes like scrutinized for arbitrary reasons and
Yeah.
because of political things, and yeah, it's good. Definitely
Nice.
definitely starting that new universe on a high note.
So it's like a comic
Awesome.
book character doing what a comic book character was meant to do.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
thought
I think we
s-
lost sight of that for a
Hmm.
while when like things were, easier. It just became more
Yeah.
fun.
Well, I mean, if you look at a lot
Mhm.
of the Marvel characters, I mean, you just have Captain America here, just over here, just like murdering people, and nobody like even mentions it. And I mean, they kind of play that up with the Justice Gang. That's part of the movie. You know, they don't really care about like collateral damage or like, if
Yeah.
anyone dies, and they Superman kind of pushes back on that movie, which is more true to his character than the Zack Snyder version.
I see. That
Yeah,
sounds
definitely
good.
check it out.
Yeah, I do want to see it. Well, all right, fellas. It's time for some Nic Cage news. Nicolas Cage says Sarah Jessica Parker ghosted him after a date. This is coming from eonline.com. It says, after Sarah Jessica Parker confirmed a decades-old rumor that she dated her honeymoon in Vegas co-star Nicolas Cage, the actor shared his side of the story, saying, quote, I cared about Sarah, but I don't think I passed the mom test. I recall sitting down with her and her mother for dinner at the Russian tea room, and I don't know if it was my blue Vanson leather motorcycle jacket, which I still have, and which is pretty awesome, or my sinusitis, but I didn't hear from her again. Oh man, can you imagine that? Getting ghosted by Sarah Jessica Parker?
I mean, kind of. She's never called me.
Well, he eventually moved on. He married Alice Kim in 2004. They had their son, Kal-El Coppola, speaking of Superman, before ending their relationship in 2016. He then married Riko Shibata in 2021, and their daughter, August Coppola Cage, was born in 2022. So that's an update on some Nic Cage personal life stuff. I have from People.com, Joy Behar dishes on her one issue with Nic Cage's Moonstruck role. I haven't read this yet, so I'm a little scared.
There's only one issue with Moonstruck.
Yeah.
Damn.
I guess I'm assuming this was on The View that was broadcast this month. She said that his performance in Moonstruck, I'm not saying it wasn't great, but that it could have been something that irritated them. Oh, she's implying that his performance in Moonstruck irritated Sarah Jessica Parker's parents. And maybe that's why he got that cold reception. And then she went on to say, well, I'm Italian. Behar, who is Italian-American, said, I never thought that movie represented Italians that well. Of course, Cher went on to win a Best Actress Oscar for the film, and Nicolas Cage became a literal god. So, we'll just kind of roll with that.
Because I'm not reading this, so I'm not sure where the reading ends and your personal bits begin.
Yeah. It's all about Sarah Jessica Parker, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He wasn't meant for her, guys. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like he dodged a bullet, in my opinion.
Right.
She's too busy having sex in the city.
Like,
Yeah.
I know at the time she was like everybody's porn. I guess Pornhub wasn't a thing. What was the thing? I guess just asking Jeeves for Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's
done
all for
better.
Nic Cage news. Unless you guys have anything else to add. He's still making movies. And that's what we're here for.
That's right. What's she doing?
Right.
Nothing.
That's right. So back off. I've never watched Sex in the City. How's that? That has to hurt. Man.
I mean, that ended like
Yep.
around the time that this movie came out, right?
I think they have a spin-off that is going right now.
Sex in Ohio?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I'd watch that. Well, guys, you know what time it is. It's time to talk about National Treasure. But before that, that means we're gonna listen to the Nic List. Nic Cage as Benjamin Franklin Gates delivers, "I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence," with the self-seriousness of a man announcing he's about to surgically remove his own kidney, while also believing he's the only person in that room smart enough to pull it off. It's somehow both insane and patriotic. Like if Indiana Jones did the fusion dance with the Tiger King and had hate sex with the giant boulder before allowing himself to be crushed to death.
Like an actual boulder or the boulder?
The boulder in
Okay.
Indiana Jones, the boulder.
Oh, but yeah, I'm sorry. I got an Avatar reference somehow. And thought you meant like
Sorry.
the boulder.
Trust me, when I wrote that part, I was not in a good state of mind. Nic Cage as Benjamin Franklin Gates performs a high-stakes daylight heist at the National Archives by simply walking in and asking for it nicely. Then somehow ends up in a high-speed car chase through D.C. with one hand on the wheel and the other holding a literal birth certificate for America. This is the only movie where stealing a priceless artifact makes you more relatable. Nic Cage as Benjamin Franklin Gates outsmarts a gang of Eurotrash treasure hunters, I love that, who dress like off-brand James Bond villains and somehow got guns past federal security, and defeats them not with violence, but with knowledge. He's like a historical Batman, if Batman wore Old Navy and sounded like a divorced philosophy professor who still writes angry letters to Dan Brown, the author of the Da Vinci Code. Shut up, Steve. Nic Cage, as Benjamin Franklin Gates, solves ancient Masonic riddles that conveniently require exactly the knowledge a middle school social studies teacher would have. Every clue is revealed with the wide-eyed excitement of a kid realizing he can make gunpowder out of household items. Nick is basically Dora the Explorer with a receding hairline and deep generational trauma. Nic Cage as Benjamin Franklin Gates flirts with Diane Kruger the way someone tries to explain cryptocurrency at an influencer bros party. There's a lot of gesturing, weird metaphors about founding fathers, and the constant vibe of, "I swear this is interesting, just let me finish." And somehow it works, because Nic Cage operates on a frequency the rest of us mortals just can't perceive. Nic Cage does, in fact, steal the Declaration of Independence, escaping through a gift shop, and paying for a souvenir version while doing it. This is the kind of criminal activity that you would expect in a PG Disney fantasy where felony theft is really just quirky foreplay. It's like Ocean's 11 if it were planned by your uncle who watches too much History Channel and then happened to see a Freemason at a Cracker Barrel. Nic Cage as Benjamin Franklin Gates inspects the back of the Declaration of Independence with lemon juice and a hairdryer like it's a 7th grade science fair project. Somehow he manages to look both like an archaeologist and a man who microwaved aluminum foil because it told him a secret. In this moment, he's 70% National Treasure and like 30% Wicker Man. Nic Cage uses split-second logic to escape a centuries-old death trap involving rotting wood, counterweights, and the kind of engineering you only see in the Goonies or Saw. He solves it with the confidence of a man who once assembled IKEA furniture without the manual. And for once, he doesn't scream, "Not the bees!" That is my Nic List.
I love it. I love it.
What did you guys think of National Treasure?
It was a better Uncharted movie than the Uncharted.
I never saw that one.
It's not great.
I thought it was a good ride. I liked the pace of it. It never really seems to sag too much.
It has a lot for American history perverts.
It does. Like, did you guys learn anything about American history in this movie? I think there were a couple
Honestly,
things.
I don't know how much of it's
I
real.
kinda did.
I never really assume anything that I watch in a movie is going to be factual.
Yeah.
So
That's
I
the
don't
thing. That's the
constitute
thing.
it
The
as
things
learning.
that I didn't. Yeah, I was like, I don't know if that's real, but it works.
yeah,
For the movie.
and like some of it sparked interest to go and learn more, but I wouldn't
Right.
say that I actually learned anything from the movie.
I could
Yeah.
see them playing this in like a high school social studies class
Yeah.
before the big DC trip that everyone goes on.
It's just I could see it causing problems, like the Chinese tourists that go to Egypt and they're like digging inside of the pyramids, and they're probably like, "Well, I watched National Treasure. This is basically the same thing." We got to stop that stuff. You think Nic Cage has gone out there and said, I don't condone this behavior. Only I can go on a mission dismantling, international relics in order to find my stolen comic book collection.
If they made it nowadays, they would need to make it about the Epstein list.
That has to happen. Even if it's just a low-budget joke movie.
Yeah.
That would be great.
I couldn't.
Aren't they coming out with a third one?
What, Steve?
You know what? I was gonna say. You know what's bad is that like in 100 years, it'll be part of a trilogy.
Okay.
It'll be Schindler's List and the Epstein
Uh-huh.
Files.
Okay, what's the third one?
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet. Okay. Of course. All right. Okay. Nic Cage plays... Well, I guess I should mention this came out in 2004. It's a pretty long movie. It was produced by Disney and Jerry Bruckheimer. We'll talk about the cast a little later, but it obviously a big budget film. Probably, I would assume, one of the biggest budgeted films for Nicolas Cage. And I also would assume that this is probably one of his biggest, what am I trying to say? Like, he got a lot of cred for this. Even though it's kind of at the tail end of the golden age of Cage era, so to speak.
I just want to know why it didn't get a Kingdom Hearts level.
Why? All right, so Nic Cage played Benjamin Franklin Gates. That's an amazing name. He was an American historian, cryptographer, and treasure hunter. The movie opens with him and his grandfather, who's telling him a story about a fabled treasure that's hidden somewhere in America, and it's been passed down from the Knights Templar, the Founding Fathers, Freemasons, whoever else is involved in this madness. And in 1832, Charles Carroll passed on a secret clue to an ancestor that could lead anyone to this treasure with the phrase, "The secret lies with Charlotte." And that, of course, jumpstarts this whole mission to find this treasure. We fast forward. Ben and his friend, computer expert Riley Poole. I didn't recognize that actor, by the way. Justin Bartha.
Yeah, he's in Hangover.
Yeah, okay.
So
okay.
because I went down this like chain and I was trying to find. I was like, man, who does he remind me of? Because I was thinking TJ Maxx Marks. What is it? TJ Miller.
TJ Maxx.
from
I do like
Deadpool.
to shop there.
But yeah, totally not the same person.
He was also in Geely, which we all know is one of Ben Affleck's greatest films of all time. So that's great. Yeah, so he was the nerdy computer guy. They're on an expedition. Financed by
honestly,
Sean Bean.
Coming off of Matchstick Men, I mean, I
Uh-huh.
did not trust Riley from the get-go.
Really?
Like I said, we just came off Matchstick Men, where his partner was this kind of awkward dude that ends up betraying
Right.
him, and here's like
That's fair.
an awkward dude partner. I'm like, he's gonna
That's
betray him.
Yeah. Well, of course, his other partner, Ian, played by Sean Bean. It's Sean Bean, so you're just waiting, like, okay, when is he going to say I'm a bad guy? I mean, he was 006 in GoldenEye. He's always a bad guy. And of course he does. He's like, oh, by the way, I'm sorry. And by the way, I'm a crime boss, and I'm going to get that fucking Declaration of Independence. And that's like the whole movie, you know? So now Nic Cage is trying to prevent Sean Bean from getting the Declaration of Independence, but he also needs it himself so he can get the map to find the treasure. And that's it, guys. It's almost like a Mission Impossible for stupid people. Not really.
For history nerds.
History, that's it.
I was trying to figure it out. I did not. God, I am so dumb. That's Ned Stark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only project he's ever been in that he doesn't die.
It was a nice surprise. Spoilers. Sean Bean lives. Holy
He was
crap.
also Zeus in Percy Jackson.
Hmm.
Oh, I didn't see that one, but I feel like that's pretty good casting
Yeah.
for Zeus. Yeah.
He's also your dad in Fallout 3.
Wow, he does a lot of great stuff. Good job, Sean Bean. We also had John Voight as Patrick Gates. That would be Nic Cage's character's father. Harvey Keitel played Sadusky, the head of the FBI or whatever. Christopher Plummer is in the film. That was his grandfather at the beginning. A lot of cool dudes. We should talk about Diane Kruger as well. She was the female lead. Like, I feel like that could have been her name in the movie, female lead.
Don't fall asleep while you watch the movie, or you might have some bad dreams if cause Kruger. Sorry.
Yeah.
That took me much longer than I'm willing to admit to get.
God damn it, guys.
And you know what's even more embarrassing? I was thinking of a Freddy Krueger joke while we were watching the movie. Man. She's also in the sequel, National Treasure Book of Secrets, which I'm assuming Cage is in as well. And we're going to have to watch that.
Next season.
That's right. Book of Secrets. So that one's going to be probably more like 50 Shades of Grey. I just don't know what book of... Maybe it's The Secret by Rhonda. What's her name? I don't know. I don't know anything. I just know Nicolas Cage was in this movie and he kicked some ass. Like, you just think about it. How many times did he get shot at? And I don't think he ever had a gun in this.
He had a gun. Sort of. He had
Sort of?
a screwdriver or a drill,
Uh-huh.
I guess, that looked like a gun. So he
I
could
see.
have
I just like how he used the Declaration of Independence to
as a riot shield.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I mean,
you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, he did note that he had done his homework and it was inch thick bulletproof glass. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of homework happening in this movie.
yeah,
Also, I just would like to say that I feel like Diane Kruger's character is like an avid Fox News watcher.
Yeah.
She strikes me as the type of person that would just like watch Laura Ingraham every night.
I had some issues with her character, but I feel like for the most part she was the eye candy
and Nick's character needed somebody to not only hit on,
Right.
but also
Yeah.
trade history quips with.
Well, and just imagine he basically bribed her into becoming interested in this project. It was like walking into a nerd girl's house and saying, "Look, I have a first edition holographic Charizard right here. That can go right here with the rest of your cards. Do you want to do this?" This is basically like that. Because he had the George Washington, campaign medallion or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm. And he had the
And-
one that she needed for her collection.
Exactly.
Which at that point, I mean, she has to sleep with him. It's
Right.
basically, that's the law.
There were some comedic moments in the movie that I felt like they didn't fit, but at the same time they worked. There's like some cheese, which is nice to see. It didn't take itself too seriously, you know, because it's like you had the like early 2000s really weird kind of like fast forward sequences, just the weird edits that they would do to make it cool. And I felt like the funny moments kind of helped it hold up over the years, if that
So
makes sense.
Very,
I have a
very Spy Kids.
less
Fuck.
eloquent way to put it.
Oh, that was not eloquent at all, but go ahead.
And I still have a less eloquent way to put it. It wasn't bad. It was just the same movie that kept coming out of the organ grinder at that time. And so there was just nothing
Yeah.
great about it. It's an organ grinder.
I see.
It just exists.
I felt like,
and
yeah.
it's not that
I mean, it felt
fantastic.
like, at times, it felt like The Rock, which I
Mhm.
think Bruckheimer was involved with. Very much The Rock, but, you know, for families. And then Face Off with the shootouts.
And they did.
don't
They
know, it
tried
was-
to incorporate some of Cage's, Cage verse into things, sure. But
I think they did. I
I
really
think it was
they
just
did.
for a Cage movie, and especially for
Yeah.
what it is we're doing here. It's just the whole status of everything. This has been my complaint about everyone that says that this movie is their favorite Nicolas Cage movie. Like, then you're not a Nicolas Cage fan, because this is the most scripted and generic movie that
Yeah.
Cage has done.
Steve, I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
I really do. And I think now we can shift into talking about his performance specifically. I feel like it's the safest Nic Cage character or role that I've seen.
It's barely Cage, in my opinion. He
There were
has
some
no
moments-
signature. A few. There were like mannerisms more than like.
Yeah. Well, there was that
There-
little bit when they were at the gala, right? And he took both the drinks and chugged one of them and acted like a complete creep. That was pretty cagey to me. I liked that. Some of his interactions with Diane Kruger's character, I thought could have been ad-libbed, but it was very subtle. There was no vampire's kiss level insanity. There were no cage outs, for example. But it was safe. It was very safe. It was like, let's take Face Off, The Rock, all those characters you played, kind of make it Indiana Jonesy, but it's very subdued.
To me, it just felt like
That's
there
just-
wasn't
that's just
as
my
much
take.
heart. It was almost like this movie was not something that Cage really like felt connected with, because he's obviously very method, really gets into his
Right.
characters a lot. But
That's
I don't know. He felt more disconnected, and it felt kind of like,
Huh.
I need to do this for the money, and so I'm gonna give it my all. I'm gonna do the best I can, but it felt more like he was playing the role than like living it. And he usually does, at least in more actiony movies.
To be
Okay.
fair, it is a Disney film, so it needs to be family friendly, and with it being a studio film, I mean,
Yeah.
it is going to be a bit more corporate feeling, so
Yeah.
I think with that in mind, those caveats, I think it was a pretty enjoyable film,
hmm
but I totally see where you're coming from, Steve, where it's I wouldn't say it's his best film by any stretch of the imagination, but I do think that, like, technically it is a quality film that, you know, is a fun popcorn flick that you can watch.
It's interesting. He was paid, allegedly, reportedly, $11 million for his role in this, but he made $20 million for Wind Talkers and another $20 million for Gone in 60 Seconds. So this wasn't, you know, like the highest he'd been paid.
Well, because, I mean, it's a big company and it's exploitation. They paid him in exposure.
Sure. Yeah. He also said that he wanted to make a movie with a positive message that children and families could enjoy together. All that nice stuff. Who knows? I feel like maybe he was interested in something different, and that was just kind of the best balance of price point and, like you said, exposure or career building potential.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there was a rationalization, and I'm sure that, like, there's not, like, something that's regretted, but I think it was, like, a decision of, okay, you know, I have to do something that's not my usual thing.
Yeah. Right.
You know? Anyway, I don't know, we've all been there. Suck it up and just kind of deal with this, or do this job to the best of my abilities until I can get on to something that's more fun.
Do you think that him being in this movie really helped his career a lot? Because, I mean, looking at his film history, I mean, it seems like after this came out, he was in, like, less notable films. I mean, there are a few here and there, but
yeah,
I mean,
I have no way to know that knowledge, but just like my anecdotal experience would be the number of people that I've talked to that have been like, I've mentioned Nicolas Cage, like, oh yeah, I've only ever seen National Treasure, and then I'm like, well, in that case, you need to check out this, and this. So there's like a lot of word of mouth thing where like people that really know are spreading that. But obviously, I have no data on that.
I mean, to me, this kind of seemed almost like the end of the golden age of Cage, and then, I mean, he's in a few movies here and there, like looking chronologically, but it almost seems like this is the start of a bit of a decline in his career. After this, he goes on to be in a lot of like sequels to stuff, like after Ghost Rider. I mean, he is in Ghost Rider after this, but I mean, that's not an especially well-regarded film.
Right.
But then the modern day kind of picks up a bit.
What I think it is it's his in with Disney, which is important. Because he would go on to do the sequel to National Treasure. He would be in the Sorcerer's Apprentice. You would see some non-Disney but still kids movies, Astro Boy, G-Force. So this could actually be kind of his transition a little bit in that direction, away from the action type stuff. But he's still doing plenty of that at this point. I mean, right after this, we have Lord of War, which is kind of going as a step backwards if we're talking types of roles.
Yeah. And then we have
but it's interesting. And World Trade Center, which I don't know how that fits in, but yeah.
Seriousness? Right. Action? Actually, I don't know.
Action.
I don't know how action he is.
Well, he is kind of the hero of that film.
Yeah.
So that fits. I wonder if he finds any secrets in the World Trade Center while it's collapsing. That'd be kind of crazy.
Maybe in the form of a book.
Maybe the movie is the secret, and we need to find it.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on National Treasure?
I just want to know how much money they got from finding the treasure.
Seems like a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
At the end, they say that they get like 1%,
right,
for donating it.
Yeah, which apparently is pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I when you see all that treasure, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, seems like it was at least like $1 billion or something.
Did you guys feel more, less, or not at all anything related to the word patriotic at the completion of this film?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Is that I honestly I think that this movie is Donald Trump's inspiration for running for president. I think that he believed that it was real, but he couldn't get to it. You know, the movie made up obviously the stealing part.
Yeah.
But like the fact that it's there, that's real. That's insider knowledge. He knows. So he got in so that he could did it.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow. I respect that view, Steve.
Right. Well, and that's what he found out. Like, obviously, everything from what they found on the back of it forward is all completely fictional because they've never actually found it. So what we're seeing right now is just the reality of that.
Yeah.
So, you know.
This reminds me of a story. I'll try to make it short. We used to live not that far from George Washington's estate, you know, with the slaves and everything. And you can tour it. It's at Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
In Virginia. And I was into all this stuff in that time. You know, like I think that this movie might be kind of a jumping off point for some folks who get into the occult or the study of obviously like conspiracy theories involving American history. But anyway, you know, I'm just like, I think it's interesting that George Washington was a Freemason. And that's obviously a big part of the film. So I was at his estate, and they actually have his grave there, where you can go up and look at the tomb. And there was just this basically young kid working there, looking bored out of his mind. And you walk up, and you can see, I'm pretty sure emblazoned on the tomb itself, if not, it's somewhere close by, the Masonic symbol that we all know. And I remember turning to this guy who I assume has got to be like a history person, tour guide or something. I said, wow, isn't that... I just find it so fascinating that George Washington was a Mason and what that could mean. And he looked at me and he said, oh, he wasn't really involved with the Freemasons that much. It was just kind of like an honorary thing. He didn't really care. And I'm like, oh, well, if that's true, that discredits like literally everything in pop culture. You know what I mean? Like, oh, all right. He didn't really care. But maybe that guy was protecting something.
Maybe. Because
then I put on my tinfoil hat and I'm like, if George Washington's decaying corpse is in there and you just have this kid protecting it, like I have right now, if I had the right tools, if I had Nic Cage National Treasure tools, I could dig in there right now and get some of that DNA and clone my own George Washington whatever. And what's he gonna do about it? By the time he walkie-talkies everyone, I'm gonna be in my helicopter, you know what I'm saying, with Sean Bean.
Again, like I said, this is all part of the plan. What do you think probably happened? He needed to ask the founding fathers, so he revived them all. That's why he took a 4-year break. So they were old enough to be able to talk rationally.
Oh, so the founding fathers have been cloned, but they're like kids now.
Right?
Is that what you're saying? They're just at the age where they.
They're actually professional Fortnite players.
Yeah. That's why they're trying to shut down TikTok, because they keep getting obsessed with it. He's trying to get them focused.
That little shit James Madison just cooked me in Fortnite.
I'd personally be really excited to introduce anime to George Washington's clone.
Me too. I would fight you for that. That would be the next National Treasure movie. You versus me. We're trying to introduce anime. You've got like the shonen stuff, and I'm like, no, it's got to be shoujo. It's got to be the girly stuff. That'd be epic.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Show him some Nana.
God only knows what Cagefighter Steve would show them.
ReZero.
ReZero. I haven't seen.
Or no, I'm sorry, not ReZero. What's the redo of a healer? That's it.
Yeah, Sean, we're gonna have to stop.
He's the Sean Bean in this situation.
Yeah.
Oh no. Does that mean I'm the chick? Or do I get to be No, I'm the what's his name? Riley Reed guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Uh,
I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but you know, I think we know somebody else in this movie that also has a tomb. Maybe there are some secrets hidden there.
Oh my god. I would not put it past him. Nic Cage creates his own treasure room.
You know what it would be?
Probably what?
I bet you his secret would be written on the back of his birth certificate.
What?
That's how you would find it, on the back of his birth certificate.
So, but you'd have to do it just like in the movie, right? You have to get the special goggles or whatever, or the lemon.
Yeah, he wrote a
juice.
secret on the back of his birth certificate.
Okay.
So you gotta like.
like 50 years from now, I want to read that headline. Ohio man steals deceased actor's birth certificate and then finds his treasure.
Yeah, inherits a castle.
And then it'll all be the decaying corpses of the failed founding fathers clones. Man, National Treasure. What a great film.
Yeah.
Wow. I guess it's time to score it.
Oh yeah.
Should I go first?
Yeah, go for it.
There is a lot of Cage. Cage doesn't get too cagey, admittedly. But he does play his character well. I'm gonna give it an even 7 out of 10.
Okay.
I think that's about where I'm at. I think I'd give it about a 7 out of 10 as well. I thought it was a quality film, but you know, it definitely feels like a Disney movie, but it's still enjoyable if you're into that kind of adventure.
I'm leaning at a 6. I mean, like I said, it's mid. Total mid. It gets a little bit more for being decent mid and Cage.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a 6 for me. I did take the liberty of tallying up a potential next season lineup.
Thank you for using the word liberty.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
I'm not sure if this list does it justice.
Okay.
No, I pulled a couple out. So I can go through and tell you where, and we can kind of tally them up, or we can save it for another day.
What do you mean, like a list of films for the next season to watch?
Yeah. What the next season would be.
If you have it now, I'm curious.
Okay. So the next up would be Lord of War, followed by The Weatherman. I excluded Ant Bully as being probably more of a Kitty Cage thing.
Right.
World Trade Center. Wicker Man.
Wicker Man?
Yeah.
So I think we already did Wicker Man a while ago.
Did we?
So we could...
I don't remember doing Wicker Man. I have note that we did.
Well, here's the thing.
Ghost Rider, which is the next one.
Okay.
We did Ghost Rider too.
Yeah.
Both of those were Halloween episodes, but fine. Revisit.
Well, okay.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, one way or the other, if we're gonna revisit them, I did not count Ghost Rider, so I'll change it a little bit. So let me add that one in. So the next two I left out because I don't know what they are, and they seem to be very, very vague. But one is Grindhouse, and the other one is Werewolf Women of the SS.
Yeah, and I remember reading about that one.
Yeah.
So Grindhouse is actually a double feature that also includes some like fake trailers for movies, and that's where
that's right.
The Werewolf Woman.
Nick plays Fu Manchu in the fake trailer for Werewolf Women of the SS.
Okay.
So they're really one and the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
but he's not in either of the actual films.
Okay.
But honestly, I love Grindhouse.
But
so.
it might be.
I remember
for
really
Cageless
liking
if
it.
we wanted to do it. We'll just call it a Cageless.
Yeah.
Because it only includes an ad.
That's
for
fine.
Cage. All right. Then we got
it is a
next National Treasure Book of Secrets, Bangkok Dangerous, Knowing.
God.
And then I skipped
God.
G-Force for Kitty Cage, and then that would put the final episode as Bad Lieutenant.
Did we do Bad Lieutenant already?
We did, but we can always.
I mean, if we're revisiting the other two, then I don't.
Yeah.
I swear I went back and
And-
looked at episodes and didn't even see these listed. So I marked everything off. I thought.
We did a few of these as like special.
Right.
Episodes.
We definitely did Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Ghost Rider is the only one I had noted. Wicker Man, I don't have a note of, and I remember watching Mad Lieutenant, but I don't think we recorded anything for it.
Have you seen The Wicker Man, Sean, with us?
Yeah, we. I mean, this was years back.
It was
but
a
we
Halloween
did
one, right?
Yeah, we did a comparison of the original Wicker Man with.
That's right.
With the
I knew
Cage
that.
version.
I knew that. So go listen to that. It's really good.
Yeah, yeah, that was a fun one.
Okay.
It was. No, it sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, and I guess if we skipped those 3 for whatever reason, then skipping Astro Boy for Kitty, that would put us at Kick-Ass Sorcerer's Apprentice and Season of the Witch.
Season of the Witch, I think we've also done,
I really don't think
if
so.
I'm not mistaken. Really? Well, that one is a great one to make fun of, so sure.
Yeah.
Season of the Witch. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I feel
mean,
like
it's.
those would be,
We'll talk about it,
yeah.
but looks good to me. I mean, I am so ready for, like, the majority. Actually.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's where I'm at.
my God, Lord of War. Weatherman is a good one. I like that one. I barely remember World Trade Center. That's going to be a rough one to get through. My God. Next, hell yeah. Bangkok Dangerous, hell yeah. Knowing, hell yeah. G-Force, never seen it. Probably Oscar worthy.
Yeah. I've watched it a few times, actually. It's not
Oh.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have.
Yeah, seriously.
Never seen
Like-
it.
I legit didn't think
I
it
know
was...
Sean-
It's a generic, cartoon movie, but it's
Yeah.
not a bad one.
And Sean and I joked about playing the video game
yeah.
and doing something with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Ant Bully.
And Ant Bully. There's an Ant Bully game?
Yeah,
I guess I forgot about that.
get that for the GameCube collection.
So I would just, anyone listening to this, if you would like an Ant Bully and or G-Force playthrough of the video games, I think we would be willing to do like a couple all-nighters. Maybe it can even be like a charity thing. I don't know. The more
Yeah.
miserable, the better.
I'm just saying, if it's going to
So
be an
let us know.
all-nighter, though, I would love a coffee.
Yeah, send us some coffee. And you can do that by going to buymeacoffee.com/late-night-cage-fight. Or just Google probably coffee and late-night cage fight. That's the easiest way. Go there and send us some Java, brah. Any final thoughts about National Treasure? I don't have anything. It's just, wow,
Yeah.
tremendous. No? Nothing?
Nope.
Well,
This
either... so next...
I was just going to say this
Yeah?
concludes the season 4 of Late Night Cage Fight.
It does.
So
This concludes season
Coming
4. We're either gonna end with a cageless, or what you're gonna say, Steve. right?
well, I mean, eventually we will have the cage fight for season 4.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean end
Yeah.
with. I mean next we'll either have the cage fight or
Yeah.
something else that's not the
Okay.
main line.
Is it all right if I finish now? Is that okay with you?
Steve, I
Okay.
give.
Can I
Yeah,
have your blessing?
go ahead.
I want your blessing.
Yes, my son. You have
Okay,
my
thank you.
blessing. Please.
So going into the
And finish what
author
you were gonna
of-
say.
Going into the season 4 finale, Cage Fight, we have Snake Eyes, the not gambling movie, 8mm,
Oh, yeah.
Foam.
Okay.
Yep.
Bomb. And you're not
I'm
even
not
gonna
explaining that, of course not.
Okay.
Learn the lore.
Bomb.
Bring Out the Dead,
Mhm.
Wee Woo, Gone in 60 Seconds, just Fast Cars, Family Man,
Fast Cars.
Alternate Life Christmas, Captain Corelli's Mandolin, Occupy That Girl, Christmas Carol the movie, Sean's favorite, Wind Talkers,
That's not in there.
Engine Killer Cops, Sunny,
Okay.
Talk Hookers, Adaptation, Movieception,
Movieception. I like
Matchstick Men, Con the Con at a Con, and National Treasure, Indiana
Oh,
Jones's
okay.
Cage.
that. Wow. I couldn't have put that better
Yeah.
myself. Excellent. So we're gonna have to figure out like how we whittle these down.
So I think we'll probably do something similar to last time. We'll we'll see if anybody wants to come back and defend anything from previous cage fighters, and then we'll either pick one or two of our favorites, defend them, and leave it up to the Great Lord of Cages.
Sounds good. Now, as far as Cage Lord, are you guys good with my recommendation for the Cage Lord, or do you have anyone else to propose for this season?
I was good with yours.
Yeah, I mean, I've got three hats or three names in the ballot, and
okay,
two of them
I guess
are
we'll discuss
most
that
connected
later,
to
then.
you, and the third one is probably not very capable of the recording part.
Because I was thinking if we had 3 people that were interested, we could actually maybe do something new where we have 3 Cage Lords and
The Cage Council.
Just the same 3 we've always talked about. So,
gotcha. Well, we'll have a deeper discussion on that. If you'd like to propose a Cage Lord out there, send us $100 on buymeacoffee.com, and we'll consider it. We'll get back
we'll
to you.
consider it. We
right.
won't even guarantee
We'll
it.
consider
It'll just
it, yeah.
be like, thanks.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, guys, I gotta go. I have an appointment to steal the Declaration of Independence. I'll catch you all later. Thanks for joining me for this conversation. And as always, Cage out.
Cage out.
Cage out.